But the weirdest crime, though, that anyone ever got arrested for was there was 2 felony counts. This guy named Jeremy Spew got these 2 felony counts for malicious dismemberment of human remains and malicious removal of human remains. 2 separate felonies, and that's one of the things I told about in the book, and that's the little story I'll tell you about now. What happened to Jeremy? Okay. So as per normal, there were a bunch of punk kids hanging out in the cemetery. Nothing unusual there. It's just kind of the thing we did before chat rooms. Hanging out in the cemetery. And just like, it's that whole thing of like, you know, I'm happy where most people are sad. I'm super different than you. You know, I listen to music you call noise. I keep raps for pets. That kind of thing. Anyway, so we like the cemetery. So there's like these 4 guys hanging out in the Piedmont Cemetery, and yeah, Piedmont, there's like cemetery pride here. It's like, you know, fuck Colma, you know, this and that thing. You know, Colma ain't got shit on us, you know. So, Jesus, there's gonna be like a gang fight in here. Grave diggers, Jesus. So it was like Jeremy and these 3 other kids, Ben from Christ and some other guys. And there's a mausoleum open. And of course they have to go in and look around. And they go in there and there's fucking, someone's already broken into it, and they go in and they're looking, there's, you know, like bodies in there. And they're like posing next to them because that's really cool. And then Jeremy finds one that he just has to have. It wasn't bad enough, it was the baby's corpse. Alright. Yeah, I know. Stay with me. It gets worse. He didn't want the whole thing, he just wanted the head. We'll get to that. Now, so Jeremy, against the advice of everyone else there, he decides to take the baby's corpse out of the cemetery and the mausoleum. And he takes it back to the place he's subletting. Not even where he lives. It's like one of the big warehouse spaces. You know, people actually had to live work spaces and whatever, and they were really that. And he's in one of those, and someone comes into his house, and it's like, I don't know if you guys have lived near one of those places, but it goes one of 2 ways. It's either just like some hellhole where people are crapping in buckets, or it's just the most militaristic, rule-stringent thing you've ever been in. This was one of the kind of the rural-heavy houses, and you know, someone's coming by to make a chore chart or something, and sees Jeremy in the room, like using a hacksaw to cut off the baby's corpse head. It was mummified. It's not still like juicy. It's not fresh or anything. It's just kind of like dusty and brittle, but it's kind of tough, like a baseball glove. A baseball glove that once cried. A baseball glove that, you know, should have slept on his back. What? Oh, come on. All right. So, he's cut the head off. And everybody, you know, freaks out. He's in his vegan house, cutting off a baby's head. You know, this is also early 90s, all the vegans were on speed, too. They're all like tweaked out, like, oh shit! And so then somebody calls the cops, and someone else in the house gets mad because they called the cops. Because you know, even though what he's doing is weird, we don't call the cops on each other, man. And so he goes there and says, "Hey Jeremy, you gotta beat it, man. They call the cops on you." So Jeremy goes on the lam and he hides. He needs a safe place. Where do you hide a baby's corpse? There's not really a saying for that. You hide a leaf in the woods, where do you hide the baby's corpse? I don't know. Prom dumpster? I don't know. Okay, anyway. Oh, come on. That's better. Alright. So he hides the only place that he has keys to, which is Gilman Street. He puts it up there in the sound booth, leaves it up there, and takes off. But as like the cops kind of figure out what's going on, they start busting everyone else. and everyone else is not right. Everyone else but Jeremy, they can't find him because he's literally living in a van at this point. And so they, so he finally turns himself in because his friends are getting busted for it. And that was a pretty cool thing to do. But it made this whole rift in the scene. Everybody going like, hey, what he did was wrong, but can we police ourselves? Do we have to call in the cops? And that was actually one of the biggest issues people were talking about. But then, like, Jeremy had to go in to Santa Rita, and he's like, I don't want to talk about like what what I did. Like he didn't want to talk to anyone. He didn't want to everybody's like, what are you in for? He's like, I don't want to talk about it. And then finally, someone goes and checks his rap sheet, and all they see are 2 counts: malicious removal of human remains and malicious dismemberment of human remains. So the word gets out in the Gossipville of Santa Rita, which is pretty gnarly, that he just chopped up a body, took it home, or something like that. And the word that's going around was that they couldn't prove that he killed them, that they just found all the parts with him. And no one would fuck with him. Everyone left him alone. You want to get that thing, you write bad checks, people are going to fuck with you in there. But you get these 2 felony counts, they're like, no, leave that guy alone. So, he went okay until when the very one of the last days he was in there, this one dude finally came up to him, this one really hardened dude. He says, hey man, when you kill a motherfucker, you don't take him home later. So that was the big advice he got from there. Anyway, like they said, I got a show Wednesdays at the Dark Room. Please come by, it's at 8 o'clock. I'll see you later.